My name is Pramod and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you to the 790th meeting of Medley Toastmasters Club. Before we begin the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow throughout the meeting. Firstly, please switch off your mobile phones or place them on silent. I shall now give you 10 seconds to kindly ensure a noiseless meeting. Secondly, as Toastmasters, we do not talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics. And finally, please do not cross-talk. As every individual has a mission in life to help them achieve their goals, so too does our Toastmasters Club. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive environment wherein members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, by which personal growth and self-confidence develops. Please be attentive throughout the meeting and support the speakers with your warm smiles and applauses. Now, I would like to hand over the stage to our presiding officer. She is a doctor by profession and a passionate Toastmaster. She believes that consistency is the key to success. Please help me welcome our Vice President of Education, Toastmaster Anuradha.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Pramod. Good evening, dear Medley Toastmasters and my dear guests. With the sound of this gavel, I declare meeting 790 open. I like to recognize the dignitaries present here. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham, sir, welcome, sir. Our past president and past PR manager of district, and our past area director, Toastmaster Saravanan, welcome, sir. I would like to recognize Toastmaster Kalyan, our past parliamentarian, sir, welcome, sir. Let us hear the feedback from our guest, those who come newly for today. Toastmaster Lokesh, can you come and share your experience and your expectations from Medley today?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lokesh. I am pursuing PhD at IIT Bombay. I am based in Mumbai. I am a member from Mulund Toastmasters Club in District 98, and I grew up in Chennai, and I was a member in Chennai Toastmasters Club a few years back. And I am aware of Medley Toastmasters Club, and I have met some people in some online conferences, and I'm looking forward to today's meeting, and I'm glad to see all of you here.
Can we have few words from Toastmaster Raja? Mr. Anburaj, sir, please come.
You want to do introduction?
No, sir. What is your expectation and why you come here?
Good evening all, my name is Sanduraj. I reside here at Kalakshetra Road. I work for HDFC Bank. I am not into financial domain. I am taking care of infrastructure as well as information security. My ultimate aim is to improve my communication skills and get out of the fear of public speaking.
Thank you, sir. Come to the right place. So, for the benefit of guests, I want to tell the history of Toastmasters. How many of you like the history subject? Excellent. Toastmaster International was formed in 1924. It is a 100 years old international organization, and it was officially called as Toastmaster International in 1930, and it published the first bulletin called Gavel. And now it has spread around 180 countries, around 84 countries, and with more than 80 million members of all genders. And the motive of Toastmaster is to improve the communication skill and the leadership skill of the individual. So with this, I want to hand over the session to the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster is the person who will run the Toastmaster meeting. So for that, I would like to call Toastmaster Amritavalli.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. I'll be the Toastmaster of the day. My primary responsibility is to introduce all the speakers and to transition the meeting smoothly between sessions. For the benefit of guests and new Toastmasters, I'd like to let you know what is the structure of a Toastmasters meeting. There are basically three main sessions. The first session will be the prepared speeches session. Speakers will prepare their speeches and deliver it here. It will be based on the pathway they have chosen in Toastmasters. The second session will be the table topic session. In the table topic session, members and guests will be invited to come to the stage and present a 2-minute impromptu speech. The topic will be provided by the table topics master. And the third session will be the evaluation session, in which you will get prepared speakers will get feedback on their speeches. Okay. So at this point, I'd like to introduce the theme of today's meeting. It is health, sweat. Now, I'd just like to present a question to the audience. What does it mean? What does it mean to you? What would you like to do to stay healthy? Anybody has an answer? What would you like to do to stay healthy? Yes? Exercise. Yes, that's great.
Eat nutritious food.
Eat nutritious food. That's great. Yes?
Avoid the intake of caffeine, too much intake of caffeine.
Yes, avoid caffeine. That's great. What else?
Sleep.
Sleep well. Yes. And to avoid stress and mental issues, we can do meditation, we can do journaling, maintain a gratitude journal, and so on. All of this information is available to all of us, right? To just put the importance of health in perspective, I'd like to share a small statistic. In 1900, the average lifespan of a human being was 32 years. Fast forward to 2021. Currently, our lifespan is around 71 years, more than double, which is great. A lot of people are get to live much longer life, right? But what is the quality of life? Life is so beautiful. In order to enjoy it, you need to be healthy in mind and body. And your health is in your hands and only your hands. With this thought, I'd like to proceed with the meeting for the day. Now, in order to run today's meeting, we have an evaluation session, like I said before. But we also do another kind of evaluation, which is the evaluation of how the preparation for the meeting went, how the execution of the meeting went. In order to do this, we have a separate role known as a general evaluator. Today, we have a general evaluator for today's meeting, and he is Toastmaster Jagan. Let me introduce Toastmaster Jagan to you. He is a software developer by profession, and he is very passionate about coding and music. I have listened to many of his speech evaluations, and I've admired his style of, he provides precise and insightful feedback. For him, I have asked him what does it mean to stay healthy? And he says being healthy means being physically healthy as well as feeling healthy. I agree with you, Toastmaster Jagan, that it's all in your mind. Let's welcome Toastmaster Jagan, the general evaluator of the day.
Good afternoon. Today we are Medley meeting 790 and I am performing the role of the general evaluator. Now before I move on to detail what is the role of a general evaluator, I have a team of 3 people who will analyze the meeting in terms of timing, the filler words that we use, that's the role of the R counter, and then the grammarian. Now I will invite these 3 people, preferably we could, the Vice President of Education, is it that they stand and then read out the objectives from their place? Okay, thank you. Thanks for confirming. So I'll introduce the timer, R counter and the grammarian, and they will stand up and introduce their roles and responsibilities for today. I have another team who will evaluate the 2 prepared speeches that we have today, who I will introduce later on when I come back at the end of the meeting. So the timer for today, who will note down the timing of all of our speeches, is our guest Narendra. He is attending. I just asked him, is it, have you become a member yet? He said, no, I have not. Is it your 7th meeting? Because I remember last time he was trying to figure out Medley is the right fit. It was the 6th meeting and the 7th meeting. He works at a software company. Narendra, would you like to share with us the roles and responsibilities of a timer?
Thank you. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. Yes. So one of the most important objectives of every Toastmaster meeting is to begin the meeting on time and to end it on time. So to do this, all the speakers will have to stick to the timing schedule from our system. And my job as the timer today is to help the speakers track the time that is allotted. For this, I'll be using 3 cards. First is the green card, and then the yellow card, and the red card, shown in this exact order. So, for favorite topics, speakers can speak up to 2 minutes. And at the 1 minute mark, I show the green card, and at the 1 minute 30-second mark, I show the yellow card, and then at the 2 minute mark, I show the red card. And when it comes to prepared speeches, the icebreaker speeches can be 4 to 6 minutes again. So the speeches can 5 to 7 minutes again. And at the 5 minute mark, I will show the green card. At the 6 minute mark, I show the yellow card. At the 7 minute mark, I will show the red card. For individual evaluations, it can be anywhere between 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll be showing the green card at the 2 minute mark. And at 2 minute 30 seconds mark, I show the yellow card. And at the 3 minute mark, I will show the red card. All the speakers are requested to, are encouraged to speak until the green card is shown. And are requested to complete their speech at least 30 seconds after the red card has been shown. Speakers who meet this criteria will be considered.
Thank you, Narendra. For all of us who will be sitting, who will be standing here and then delivering our speeches, Narendra is just in front of us. He'll be showing the cards accordingly. The R counter, today R counter is performed by Sintana. I remember we were at the Kottrupuram Park. We had an outdoor meeting where she was narrating her passion for automobiles and how her father helped her to realize that passion, and currently she is working in an automotive industry and she is doing the work that she always wanted to do. Toastmaster Sintana, would you like to share with us the roles and responsibilities of the R counter?
Thank you, Toastmaster Chairman. Thanks, Sintana. I am the R counter for today's meeting. As an R counter, my duty is to listen to all the speeches carefully and note down any gestures or fingers that you are using. I look for any inappropriate sounds like and also any over usage of the words like and, well, but, so on, etc. And I also look for the words, phrases that you repeated, like I, this means. Yeah, that's it. And at the end of the meeting, I'll provide my report as how many times you have used these expressions. Thank you. Over to you, G.
Thank you, sir. The third role player for today is the grammarian of the 3 tag role players. Grammarian is played by Toastmaster Kausalya, who I went back to her introductory flyer. She says, happiness is your attitude and not a future condition. That is her favorite quote, and she is a homemaker. Toastmaster Kausalya, would you like to share with us the roles and responsibilities of a timer? Grammarian.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language usage, outstanding words, quotes, sayings or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day, which is complacent. Its meaning is self-satisfied with your abilities or situation, often unaware of potential danger. I'll give some examples for that. He had won his matches so easily that he was in danger of becoming complacent. Second example is, he is not complacent, he has already started training.
third example is after a decade of economic growth, we became complacent. I encourage everyone to use it. I will give my report and call it.
Thank you, Kausalya. Can anybody use the word now? Does anybody want to try? I have one example. I was thinking about, I tried not to be complacent every time I win at a contest. Is that correct? Yes. Please note down, I've also used it. As a grammarian, as the general evaluator's role, I have to evaluate the entire meeting from the start till the end, not the start of the meeting, but when the agenda was planned, from then on, how the meeting went. I understand today's meeting is very tight, it's watertight because we have to leave the hall. Not because we have to leave the hall, but there is a business session as well. That's why the role players have also started share their objectives from their places. So meeting timing and how we are handing over the transitions, how the prepared speeches, how were the evaluations, were they constructive, all this comes under the general evaluation. I will share my report when the Toastmaster of the day calls for it. Over to you.
We are ready to begin the first session, the prepared speeches session. We are going to have two speakers today, and we are going to hear two different speeches in two different pathways. They have one thing in common, that's mentoring. Both speeches are going to be about mentoring. Our first speaker of the day is Toastmaster Dinesh. Before he comes on stage, I'd like to call his evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham, to read out the speech objectives from your place. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Modi. Good afternoon. Today, the first speaker, Toastmaster Dinesh, is going to give a speech from the Persuasive Influence Pathway, Level 2, Project 3, which is Introduction to Mentoring. All the best. Back to you, Chair.
Thank you.
Time is 5 to 7 minutes.
To introduce Toastmaster Dinesh, he works in the real estate sector. To him, being healthy means being mentally tough to resist junk food. I think that's a great take. That requires a lot of discipline and willpower. I invite Toastmaster Dinesh to come to the stage. Toastmaster Dinesh, leap of faith. Leap of faith, Toastmaster Dinesh.
In Hindu mythology Ramayana, Sita was abducted by the evil king Ravan and held in Lanka as a prisoner. Lord Ram comes to know about it and he immediately informs his disciple, Lord Hanuman, to go to Lanka and bring back Sita immediately. But doubt creeps upon Lord Hanuman's mind. He thinks to himself, how do I cross the vast ocean between Lanka and India and take Sita safely and bring her back to Lord Ram? And what are all the demons and enemies I'll encounter while taking Sita safely from Ravan's prison? He was inferior. He tried to think inferior about his capabilities and limits. Seeing Lord Hanuman in a doubting face, Hanuman's mentor Jambuvan came near him and he held a reassuring hand on his shoulder and said, don't doubt yourselves, Hanuman, he said. You are the son of Vayu, the god of wind. You have the strength to move mountains and the speed to race across sky. Believe in yourselves and your power will show you who you are. Hearing the reassuring sound, Lord Hanuman had a renewed sense of confidence. He ran towards the edge of the ocean and he jumped from there like a rocket, and the next moment he was there in Lanka. So even a god like Hanuman, who is considered to be brave, has doubts crept upon him from time to time, and he needs a mentor like Jambuvan the bear to take comfort of his thoughts and negative thoughts. Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, my fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Even I was in a moment in my life ready to take a plunge, a leap of faith. I wasn't going to retrieve Sita God or any other God, but it was when I was to learn my swimming classes. Rewind back 20 years ago. It was in the Woodlands Hotel in Radhakrishnan Sale. Even today that hotel and the swimming pool is the same and it's there right in the place. I was joined for a short swimming camp for a period of 2 weeks. The first week they'll teach shallow swimming and the next week they'll teach deep swimming. The first week was very easy and everyone including me aced it. Just swimming in a height of 3 to 3.5 feet. At that point of time I was just at 4 feet. The next week was the treacherous one. Swimming in deep waters. The depth of water was nearly 8 feet and I was just 4 feet. The water could just easily eat me 2 times my size. And when the D-Day came, I was standing on the peripheral area of the swimming pool and looked down at the water. I couldn't even see the tiles at the bottom of the swimming pool. Fear just grappled me. I was like a prey to be hunted. And my coach, swimming coach, just a few feet from me, he's shouting from there, Dinesh, jump, jump. And by the way, my swimming coach was a tall, muscular guy. He looked like Kattappa from the Bahubali movie. And he was saying me, jump again, again. I had a high period of anxiety at that point of time, and I told him, no sir, I'm not going to do it, and took a few steps back. He immediately came near me with a smiling face. He kept a reassuring hand on my shoulder. I thought just like how Hanuman's mentor Jambavan was advised him, he was going to give some advice. But the next moment he held my leg and he threw me into the water like a log of wood. Kattappa had backstabbed me this time for real. When I was in water, 8 feet high, I couldn't swim even a bit. I just wiggled my feet and my leg and I just got hold of the steel railings on the side and I came on top of the pool. My anxiety had turned into real. From the next day, I completely quit learning swimming classes at all. This is a good example of coaching. A coach is someone who's there for a short period of time. It is a standardized process, and also the result of the coaching depends a lot upon the mentee's dedication as well. There is a good saying, if you want to learn anything, it depends upon it depends on how well the person knowledge and how well he dedicates himself to learn it. It was a quote by Galileo, the Italian philosopher. In the year 2019, I joined Medley Toastmasters Club. It was a great period, and I had DTM Sundararaman, who's not present here, as my mentor. The first time I sent my icebreaker speech, he saw it and he immediately called me, Dinesh, your icebreaker speech is a huge essay, it's a huge drag. The first line was like this, I am CJ Dinesh Shekhar, born on 6th August 1994, comma. I was born and brought up in Mylapore, comma. I studied in St. Bede's. My sentence was never ending. There was not even a full stop in between. He was saying, Dinesh, your speech is just not fathomable. You have to break down your sentences. Then only people can recollect what you even told. So as he told, I broke down my sentences and it became much better. Does anyone know the meaning of the word Byzantine? Yeah.
It is related to the Byzantine Empire of the 8th century.
It's partly correct, but actually once I had it as my word of the day when I was a grammarian. So even before the meeting started, this was like 5 years ago, I told my mentor Sundararaman sir, I'm having this word Byzantine as my word of the day. What do you think about it? He told, Dinesh, change the word immediately. I don't think anyone will use it. It's a very complicated word. But I thought I wanted to show just how intelligent I am. And let me have this as the word of the day. And true to his prophecy, no one used the word. The word was completely ignored. Thereafter, I listen to whatever he says. Even today when I'm doing the table topic roles or the Toastmaster of the Day roles, I take active support from him. Most people take support of their mentors only when they are going to give a speech or only when they are drafting a speech. But a mentor is someone much more than that. For the first couple of times, especially when you are a new member, you can take good help of your mentor. Not only for the scripting speech, but also when you are doing the role of timer, counter, grammarian, all kind of the roles, a mentor comes into a good process. Even when I did the table topics roles a few months ago, I sent him the topics and within 10 minutes he called me back and he said, hi Dinesh, I took a look at the topics and maybe these few topics are controversial and I could change it. And I immediately changed it. This is the word of the mentor. Finally, I would say that mentoring and mentor is a two-way process. A good mentor brings the best out of his mentee and a good mentee extracts the best of his mentor. It's a two-way process, but as they say, the player solely starts with the mentee himself. He has to show active interest in learning, and that's where the learning starts, and a mentee-mentor relationship could be from. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. We now have the second speaker. So we're going to hear one more story, different take, also about mentoring. Our second speaker of the day is Toastmaster Shanmugavail. He is a before I invite him, I'd like to invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Vijay Rajan, to read out the speech objectives.
Good evening, Toastmasters and coaches. Today our speaker, Toastmaster Shanmugavail, is delivering a speech from Dynamic Leadership, Introduction to Toastmaster Mentoring, with the title, Why Jasmine? The purpose of this project for the member is to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his experience as a rotating. All the best, Toastmaster Shanmugavail. Timer, please. Time is 5 to 7.
Toastmaster Shanmugavail is a multidisciplinary researcher in biology. He says he's a very positive person and has a never give up attitude. In order to stay healthy, he says you need to be physically and mentally active. And one of his favorite activities is to go on long walks, listening to motivational audiobooks, which will really help him to stay physically and mentally fit. So Toastmaster Shanmugavail, please come on stage. Toastmaster Shanmugavail, the White Jasmine. The White Jasmine, Toastmaster Shanmugavail.
Thank you. Dear Toastmaster, do you feel the fragrance of jasmine in this hall? If it is not now, we will feel. According to this project, I have to compare my project with this white jasmine. White jasmine in Tamil is called as Mullaipu. In Sanskrit, Maladi. Put up on fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. It is a climber with excellent fragrance. As a biologist, I would like to compare 3 important stages of this white jasmine plant with my prodigy stage. The first stage, it needs substratum or base to germinate in the soil. The second stage, the plants needs nutrient and water to flourish. The third stage, to give fragrant flowers, it needs sunlight. These important 3 types of stages I am going to compare with my mentor, which they have given in my prodigy stages. The first stage, the mentor by default. My parents were my mentor by default. In my childhood, my mother used to say, you should treat all the girls like your sisters. And whatever the good things you see, you should try to do. I have learned how to behave with the people, good habit and well-disciplined character from my mother. Then my father, he saw this world, whatever he couldn't be able to see by keeping me on his shoulder. As he is an uneducated person, he facilitated me to be a learned person. Even he is a farmer with bullock cart. He didn't ask me to pluck the field or drive the bullock cart. In one Tamil proverb say, it means even if you are tired, keep on plowing. Like that, similar to that proverb, he is a tireless man. Even if it is an undue event happen, he never take rest. So I had learned hard work from my father, parents. Like that, substratum, my parents were my mentor by default. Then the plants need the nutrients and water. Like that support I have got from my mentor by force. They were my teachers on my PhD time. Excuse me. My school teacher and my college teachers groomed me in various stages. Ebbing Lewis Cole, an American religious writer, said, there are dreamers, there are planners. The planner makes their dreams come true. Here I would like to mention Dr. Ajit Kumar Saxena. He was my PhD guide while he was working in Jammu and Kashmir. He was a very good planner. He nurtured me how to plan, schedule, implement, and how to carry out the work before one starts. He guided me to do my PhD, and also I got 23 research publications and 10 patents within 10 years. So I felt complacent when I was working with him. He also trained me to tackle so many problems in my career as well as in my day-to-day life. So my teacher were the mentor 5 force, like the nutrient to the jasmine plant. Last and final stage, that plant to flourish or to give the yield of fragrant flower, it needs sunlight. For that, it has to get the support from the nearby plants, and it has to climb up to get the sunlight. Then only it will give the fragrant flowers. Like that support, I heard from my Toastmaster mentors. The Toastmaster mentor was my mentor by choice. Simon Sinek, an English-born American inspirational speaker, said, "The mentor who sees more talent and ability within you than you see yourself, then helps bring them out of you." According to the above quote, my present Toastmaster mentor, distinguished Toastmaster Sambat Saurirajan, is counseling me. Whenever I discuss my projects, he used to review my project and provide a moral support. He is a well-experienced distinguished Toastmaster and a take it easy person also. He always advises, complete the related document of the project and do the rehearsal of the speech 10 days before. Above all, he has advised us, don't leave your vendor, it disturbs them oftenly later to your projects. Like that, jasmine plant of 3 stages. These above mentors are helped. If you see in the initial stage, as substratum or soil, my parents as a mentor. In the 7th stage, for flourish the plant, nutrient and water, my class teachers and my PhD. In the last and final stage, to kill the flowers, fragrant flowers of that plant, as my mentor by choice, Toastmaster mentor, will play a crucial role in my life. Thank you very much.
Timer, can you please read out the names of the qualified speakers? Okay, thank you. I request all of you to vote for the best speaker. We now move on to the next session, which is going to be an educational session by none other than one of our recent Toastmasters, Toastmaster Saravanan. Toastmaster Saravanan has held many ExCom roles in Medley, including past president and recently our area director. Today he will be presenting a session on maximizing member engagement with Easy Speak. Toastmaster Saravanan.
Thank you. What is this? A smiley ball. I can exert as much pressure on this. This can withstand a lot of pressure, right? But it can still smile, as you can see here. This is another one. What is this? Plastic ball. How much of pressure it can withstand? Less, right? Not possible to withstand, right? What's the difference between these two?
One bounces back, the other doesn't.
Yeah, right. This is an VPE who knows Easy Speak. This is another VPE who doesn't know Easy Speak. So that's the major difference. Why is there so much of pressure? In Toastmasters meetings, there are 14 roles to be fulfilled. What are those 14 roles? It starts from Sergeant at Arms, Presiding Officer, 3 speeches, 3 evaluators, TMOD, General Evaluator, TT Master, then Timer, Accountant, Grammarian. All these 14 roles are needed. And then TT Master, if they have to call somebody, right? Then there should be another 6 or 7 more people out there as guests or members. So for a meeting to run, we need 20 minimum members or guests to be available in the room. Then only we will have a quality meeting. What is the quality meeting for us? What is quality here? How many of you are software engineers? Good. How do you deliver a quality code? How do you measure quality? Test it. Yeah, you have various tools, SonarQube and all. So you can test the quality. Likewise, in Toastmaster, how do you test the quality of Toastmasters meetings? We have moments of truth. That is where the member orientation, recognition, as well as planning and organization comes into picture. These 3 are very much necessary to say whether a meeting is of quality or not. Well, this is from the XCOM perspective. How to conduct a meeting, why to conduct a meeting, why we have to have a quality meeting research. In the beginning, Sergeant said about the mission of the meeting, right? So just remember that mission of the meeting and see how a meeting has to be conducted and what is the quality that needs to be as part of the meeting. Now comes to the members. How many of you have joined very recently? What is the reason for joining? What prompted you to join Toastmasters? Improving communication skills, leadership skills, and you have some goals. In corporate world also we have a lot of goals, right? Smart goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Likewise, in Toastmaster also we have goals. That's the reason you have joined. So you have your short-term goals as well as long-term goals with respect to your communication as well as leadership path. And that's the reason you have joined. And for that specific reason, we have a tool which will guide you as well as the XCOM to reach their goals. XCOM's goal is to have a quality meeting and reduce their pressure so that they will have proper work-life balance. Remember, 14 roles are needed for a particular meeting. 5 weeks, 70 roles, 70 into 6 months, 440 roles are needed for a particular period. 6 months period, 420 roles are needed. I can see the pressure from PPE, but she's smiling because she has Easy Speak. Okay. So let us now see about Easy Speak, how it will help the XCOM, especially the VPE, as well as the members to reach their goals. Now, I request you to turn 10 to 20 degrees because I will be standing over here and then showing this. So if you have to see me, you have to just slightly adjust yourself, and in the camera also if possible. Okay, fine. So let come. Okay, but before that, let us see why. I mean, how many of you have logged into Easy Speak? When you join as a member, you get login ID and password. How many of you have logged in and explored about Easy Speak? Good. I can see it's a sizable chunk, but we will see the report also to see like whether. Now let it come. But when you log in, okay, so you have a lot of prompts over there, but I will let you know like what are the prompts that are very much needed for you so that you can work on those aspects as such. maybe whoever has joined by the time it comes, okay? So whoever has logged in, can you tell like, I mean, what is that thing you liked it? Because it's not a team topic, but till the time it comes, we have to talk about something. Okay. What is that you have liked in ECC? We can block the calendar. Yeah, right. So that's the first topic. Okay, thank you for prompting that. Okay. So maybe we can switch off the light also so that everybody can see from there. When you log in, just go to this place. Okay. Easy Speak training. Just there are lots of videos out there. Just please click on this so that you can see what is Easy Speak all about and what are the trainings that you can take as such. Just a question: can anybody see? I mean, can the law school see this? Okay. Maybe I will enlarge, or you can come over here. So you can use this for your trainings and webinars as such. Okay. And then this is where you can see the calendar. Okay. So as you can see here, all the 6 months data are already available. That means the VP has done a wonderful job in ensuring that Easy Speak is already available with the data. Only for you to just go there and populate your ambitions as such. See, for example, for today, okay, 20th of July. So if you see this already has got the details. Okay, who is going to be the first speaker, second speaker, as well as who will be the evaluator and all. All these things are already marked over there. And what VP has done is they have already completed this activity. And for the next week, what you can do here is you can go to this place. Okay, you can just click on next. Once you log in, you can just see the calendar and you can click on next. And once you click on next, you will be able to see this. So that means like next week also it is almost full. First, the speakers and all those stuff. So you can just see whatever is already available or like whatever is free, and you can go and select for that. Because the VP has already opened this, and it's your duty to ensure that you fulfill the goals that are needed. Okay? Why I'm saying the goals? We talked about the short-term goals as well as long-term goals, right? So that means like you can use this tool for your communication as well as leadership role also. How to do that? I will show you. So once that is done, once the login is done, you can just go over here and then just see all online meetings. This is an important thing. When you have this Easy Speak, you can see this. Online meetings hosted at easyspeak.org on 20th of July. You can see this 20th of July. This means not only Medley Toastmasters Club, there are other clubs elsewhere in the world who are using Toastmasters, who are using Easy Speak. You will be able to go and attend those Toastmasters sessions also if you have Easy Speak. Just think about this. You are currently in India, but if you want to attend something in US or something in Japan, like you will be able to do, because these are all hybrid meetings. Just see the third column. These are hybrid column. Hybrid meetings. That means like you can click on this, you can see the agenda, and if you want, you can just join that by calling those people and then getting those meeting links as such. This is pretty much possible through ECC link. Then the next thing what you can do here is, in the meetings, my participation, just go for sign up for meetings. So as you can see here, these are all the various weeks that are already available. 27th of July, 3rd of August. That means like there are some more things that are still available. So you can just click on this particular date and then you can book your slot accordingly. Okay. And then this is how you can just see whatever slots that are already available that are free, and then you can book yourself. This is a way to ensure that you use the push mechanism rather than the pull mechanism, because push mechanism means you are asking for the slot that is needed. Pull mechanism means the VP will be asking, saying that, hey, the speaker slot is free, please come and attend. But when you have a proper goal, it is up to you to use this tool and you can register yourself for that. Okay. And how many of you know like pathways at all, right? There are various pathways: strategic relationships, presentation mastery, innovative planning. Each and everything has a particular goal as well as manual and all. So you have to just select and then you have to use this tool to go and register for yourself. Okay. Then you see this. This is another important thing. This is a report that will be available. Okay. So we talked about the goals charts, right? So in this, if you see, these are the various members that are part of that. Okay, this is very important because
In our club, we have 60 plus members. Okay. Normally the other clubs will be having some 20, 25, 30 and all, but here it is 60. So it is up to us to ensure that we see this and then mark our goals as such. Okay. How to do that? That is something that you can do here. Okay. See, for example, there are some inactive members, but let us see this. Bharat. As he is not here, I am choosing his name. Okay. So this one, you can just go here and add your communication goal. See, for example, what is that you want to achieve in the next 6 months as such. There are certain things that are legacy pathways, but you can use some of the things over here. Complete X number of speeches by this date, okay, 30th of June 2025, or whatever date you want to do that. So what it will do is, it will prompt you, saying that, hey, this is something that you have already registered, have you completed this or not? This is like your smart goal itself, okay? Specific time bound and all, it is already there, and then something you can make use of that, so that there is a system in place to prompt you that you are meeting that goal or not, okay? And this is on the communication part, and then if you want to do something on the leadership part also, it is already available, okay? So as you mentioned, you want to grow in both areas, communication as well as leadership goals, right? So in the leadership also, there are various ideas out there. So you can just go here and then select, saying that, okay, I have to complete this, or I have to complete X number of things. See, for example, in the previous one, complete project. Okay, what is the project you want to do? Okay, which project you want to complete? So these are the things that you can do from a goal setting perspective. Okay. And as you can see here, there are few who have done this. Okay, you can see something against my name I did today morning to ensure that my name is already there. And there are people who have already done that. Okay, and you can see that it is at risk, it is failed, or it is okay, it is at risk, and all those stuff. That means somebody has put that goal, but they have to consciously take that effort to do that. And this report will help you with that. Okay, this is something that you can see, as well as the VP also can see. And they will be in the position to say okay, fine. So this is your goal, and how I can help you with that. You want to complete 5 projects. That means you yourself can go and schedule the speeches, or you can ask the VP, so that VP can help you to schedule the speeches, so that you can complete the goal by the time you have registered that. Then the next important thing that will be helpful for you as well as for the XCOM here is on the various charts that are available, on the various reports that are available. See, for example, pathways chart. We just talked about that. What are the various pathways out there? So here it is a very comprehensive report that will be coming over here. Just think about this. This is a tool which is helpful once you just do that in the calendar. Okay, in the calendar you just go there and then say on this particular day I want to do this TMOD role or TT master role or the speech. That's all you are going to do, and that's all the VP will be looking at. But all these reports are getting auto-generated, because what I have done here is, 4 years back, we did this conscious exercise of uploading all the templates as well as pathways into this. It was an effort which took 3 days, but that is giving the fruit even after 4 years. That's the power of ECSP. Because think about this: if you have to use an Excel sheet for all your activities, just you have to know who has joined 4 years back and what are the activities they have done, what are the TMOD activities they have done. All these are cumbersome, because the VP role is just 6 months. And then the next VP will be coming, and if you give 10 Excel sheets to them, nobody will take that work. That's a problem, right? Because if you have to have a sustainable practice and sustainable plan in place, this is a tool that is helping you with that. And for example, if you see, somebody has taken this particular Adishay, just take this. Okay, so for this particular path, there are various things that needs to be completed. And then if you see this person, he has completed the first one, and then the rest of the things are still needed to be done as such. And if you see the legend here is, if it is somewhat recent, it will show the light green color, and if it is somewhat old, it will show in the dark green color as such. And then if it is something needs to be done and all, it will be showing here. So this is something that will be helpful for you to track, as well as for the membership, as well as VPE also to track, so that they know what each and every person is doing. Because in one of the club success plan, okay, how many of you are project managers were here? Okay, so only one person. 30 odd. Okay, fine, good. Anyhow, you are working in a corporate, you are working for a goal, right? And then you are working on company vision, mission and all, and you are planning to understand how you are doing and where you are going with respect to the corporate's mission, vision as such. Even in club success plan also it is the same thing. So you have to understand the club's mission, vision, district mission and vision, and see how as a club we are organizing ourselves to meet those goals. For that, the thing that is needed is DCP, okay, Distinguished Club Program, that is needed. There are 10 points out there. So 6 points are coming out of your education. So that means like you have to complete, somebody has to complete their pathways, first level, second level, third level as such. How to track all this for 60 plus members? This is the way. And this will be helpful for you. Just by going to the calendar and clicking on a couple of buttons, we are able to generate this kind of report for the past 4 or 5 years as such. That's the power of this. So as you can see here, like this is pathways chart, this is communication chart, leadership chart, and roles we're meeting. This is also very important. So if you see this, June, what are the roles that have been already completed? Who has completed this? All these are auto-populated because of this, 27th July. And if I have to go for the next week, I can do that so that I know who are all going to play the roles for the next week as such. How are you going with respect to the time? How much of time we have? 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Yes, little under.
Sorry?
Little under 3 minutes.
Little under 3 minutes, okay. So I'll just quickly go over this. This is very important, okay? So this is where the member engagement will come into picture. Okay, if you see somebody who has not played any role at all, okay? Somebody has done the last role as 20th of January. That means like for the past 6 months they have not done any role as such. So that means like they have to, we have to ensure that we work with them to understand why they have not done any role and take care of their roles, ambitions and everything, and just have to call them and understand why they are not coming, why they are not taking up any roles as such. And this is a very good thing so that you can see for all 60 plus, okay, when they have done the role, what time they have done the role, and what role they have taken up. And the multiply by 2 means like 2 times they have played the tabletop Toastmasters. When 20th of April as well, that is 90 days ago. So that means like we can work on that and then come up with that. Okay. So this is something that will keep the member engagement, because when the members are constantly coming and doing their roles, this will be helpful for both members as well as ex-coms. That's the reason. Okay. So there are multiple other records as well, but we have just 2 more minutes. But I just pause here for a minute and ask if you have any questions, we can talk about that. Or otherwise, I just let you know about one more thing and then we can close. Any questions? Yeah, please.
In case of dropouts or any agenda change, we need to go update it.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, correct.
And the pathway is not syncs with the dashboard or just as per each?
No, actually it is easy speak. It doesn't sync with, yeah, it doesn't sync with the message. This is separate.
There is some kind of app also for Easy Speak, am I right?
Actually, right now it is only web-based, but they are planning to do the app-based. Anybody else?
Only Medley Toastmasters Club uses this?
No. Actually, as I have shown in the previous one, there are multiple clubs that are using that, but there are only few clubs that are using. Okay, all over the world, like as Presiding Officer told, we have 180 countries which are using, but there are very few clubs in those 180 plus countries who are using this. In our district also, very less number of clubs are using that, and Medley is one of the clubs which is using for the past 4+ years. Anybody else? Okay, so just what I would request here is just please go through this Easy Speak, and if you have any questions or clarifications, please come and ask. One important thing that everybody have to look at is this last row. There is one more place also where you can see this option, user list, and if you see, you can see this last online. Okay, so there are few people who have never got into that. That means like we have to just ensure that and encourage them that they use. So to summarize, what I'm saying here is this is one-stop shop for member engagement as well as XCOM rules, which is very much useful for everybody. So when you get a login, please ensure that you go through this and understand this, and if you have any questions, please come back and ask us. And this will enable for you as well as for the exam also. And please continue to use this, and if you have any questions, please ask me. And with this, I end this session, but this is something that is very closer to my heart. So if you have any questions, please come and ask me. Over to the Toastmasters.
Okay, thank you so much for the dedication session. Actually, only recently I remembered that Easy Speak is there. I started when I first started and then I forgot about it. And last week I logged in and I found out so much is available. So it comes at a very good time. We now move on to the second part of our Toastmasters meeting, which is the table topic session. To conduct the table topic sessions, we have a Toastmaster, who's Toastmaster Kalyani. She's a very easygoing person and always ready with a smile. She says, she brought my attention to a beautiful Arabian proverb when it came to health. And she says, those who have health have hope. Those who have hope have everything. I think makes a lot of sense. Be a good reminder for all of us. Toastmaster Kalyani.
Good evening, Toastmaster and guests.
Good evening.
Today I'm the table topic master. As table topic master, I request you to take the topics and express yourself. The timings 1 to 2 minutes. All the topics are easy, and if you feel that topic you've chosen is a bit difficult, you can take another topic also. Okay, now I request Toastmaster Kumaresan to come and choose. Topics are here. Real is rare, fake is everywhere. Real is rare, fake is everywhere.
Thank you. Real is rare, fake is everywhere. So it's a very optimal statement, I would say. Rather than looking outside, real is rare and fake is everywhere. I would call it as, if you look at the mirror, we could easily find it out. So if I ask the question, how many of us live really our life? And if you are genuinely wanted to answer this question, answer to you, definitely you will find the answer about the statement what was given. So most of the time, we think like we are doing a work and we are achieving our target and we are working for something in our life. But genuinely, we are missing a lot of the time. I would say we are concentrating on the destination to reach. By the time we are completely forgetting about the travel where we are. So we are in the illustration that considering the fact we are aiming something and we are forgetting and leaving others back. I would say living in, looking at rare and fake things, it is inside us, and it is all about our perception, how we are looking at the life, and how we are taking it further, how do we handle it. Over to you,
Next, I would request Toastmaster Kalyan.
If you could be the hero in any film of your choice, which film it would be and why? Coincidentally, while coming to this meeting, I switched on to 106.4. I do not know how many of you know a thing which is called Oli Chitram, where they play the whole movie. It's a long time since I've listened to a radio in an afternoon, because work and other things, and I just on the way 106.4 Kaka Kaka Oli Chitram was coming in. I wanted to come in early today and then walk in and then see people, because its attendance is pathetic with me. But as this was going on, I was there in the car till 2:40 and then listening to that, and they came in. I very well remember the same table topics or something similar was given to me from Shubhanti in our 500th meeting. If Gautam was there and calls you and casts you for a to be a hero, in which film, what hero you wanted to be. I think maybe I'm just giving that topic today. Probably given a choice, I'd be a hero of Kaka Kaka, because it was so intense. When I saw the film ages before, we could not relate. I was just sitting there in the car and listening to the dialogues and the delivery, and then how the screenplay was framed. Definitely, today, Kaka Kaka, I want to be the hero. Maybe let me call Gautam Vasan.
Thank you, Pradhan, for your Take Back to Kaka Kaka movie. Next, I would request guest Sendil. Empty vessels make more noise. Why?
The first thing that comes to me, good afternoon, the first thing that comes to my mind is like Instagram influencers. There are a lot of Instagram influencers nowadays, and they try to show themselves as experts. For example, even the recent thing with Samantha. So people think themselves they know everything, and then they try to promote themselves as if they are an expert in a certain field. But to be honest, to gain those experiences, people struggle a lot, try to gain knowledge in a field that they really have passionate about. And there are a lot of people who follow these fake influencers, and they believe them and then take them for granted and then try to apply them to their life and then fail miserably. So it is as a consumer, it is also a responsibility of every individual to know where they are getting their inspirations from, whether they are looking up to a right person, whether that person has a knowledge or not, whether he is capable of giving the right advices or not. So I think it is as an individual, as a consumer, we will have to understand our requirements and make sure that we are following the right person.
Toastmaster Abhiram. What superpower would you like to have? Mind reading or invisibility?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. What superpower
you would like to have? Mind reading or invisibility?
Mind reading and invisibility. Mind reading is very dangerous, I think. So definitely I won't choose that. I will choose invisibility. Because lot of times it's better to be invisible. If you go for a mind reading, it's very dangerous. Like if you know everything about other persons, for what and all they are thinking about ourselves, it will become a very great stress. So it's better to avoid such things. By having invisible superpower, I can explore the places wherever I want to go, because now I have a lot of responsibilities. I want to be here, I want to do all my roles. But if I become invisible, if I am invisible, I can travel. I think. Thank you.
Toastmaster Pugar.
Humans are nature's biggest
achievement and biggest threat.
Humans are nature's biggest achievement and biggest threat. Yeah, I'm sure many of you will agree with me if I pick the achievement side. As humans, the achievements or the changes that has been brought to the world is tremendous, and it's in the upper side. Contrarily, the damages that we are making to the environment, the way of life, the culture degradation, there are enough stories on it. But overall, like now, I feel the human, I don't know who has sent human to the earth. Is it God? Maybe. Yeah. So the achievements that made by human, I think I'm not deviating from the topic. I'm still on the topic. The achievements done by human to the nature, shaping up of the nature, preserving the nature is much higher, and the prosperity, the livelihood, the care, the charity, that's all done by the human is really tremendous. I won't blame, or I'm not going to say that human is a threat for the world. It's always an achievement, and human is always bringing prosperity to the world and shaping up the world in a better place. Yeah, thank you.
Guest Admiral.
The topic given to me was try again. So it's kind of funny actually, because I have been, one of my New Year's resolution was trying to lose weight, and I couldn't, because every time I tried, there was always an obstacle. So it was a problem for me to lose weight. I also downloaded one app called Healthify Me to check my diet and help me, eat less junk food and all. But in the end, I couldn't concentrate on dieting also, and since my board exams were coming up, I couldn't focus on two things. So instead of decreasing my weight, I increased my weight. And then after that, I'd gone out for vacation. I'd gone to the Northeast. So, when we go out for vacation, we just eat a lot, try new things, experience new experiences. So I couldn't control myself there also. And then just a few weeks before college started, I felt like, it's time to try something. So I met one person, he's a retired bureaucrat. So he gave me an idea. He said, when you're when you're eating your breakfast, lunch or dinner, just eat till you're 75 to 80% full. And don't eat more than that. If you think you can have another helping, you should just stop there. So I kept doing that for about 3 months, and I'm proud to say I have lost about almost 7 kgs. So I guess that was one tip that changed my life, and I feel like, and it's not just about losing weight. I also sleep better, and also earlier, just when this meeting started, I said I avoid caffeine. So avoiding caffeine also helps you to sleep better at night. So if you can try to avoid caffeine, you can, but if it's a necessity, then you should have it. But try to avoid it after 4. Other than that, if you're ever given a task, always try, keep trying. No matter how, even if you are close to failure, keep trying. Thank you.
Avoiding caffeine is difficult when you are older with more of projects, deadlines. Anyway, next is guest Sai Sandeep.
Share your happiest childhood memory and what makes it so special. Happiest childhood memory. So, the happiest childhood memory, right? Just give me a minute. So, the happiest
happiest childhood memory I could say was celebrating a Diwali with my friend. So there is a sad part to it before the happiest part comes. So we're playing, the rockets and all. So usually we put the rockets in a glass or something steady to go up, right? So something happened funnily. I think I held it something, and the other guy lit it. You won't believe me. Somehow it went, and it went into his shirt, and it blasted. Okay. So I was so sad. There were a lot of things that happened on that day, but end of the day, the friend, the friend of mine who got exploded, he is still with me, and we are very best friends after that incident. And even though that is a sad part of it, but I'm still happy that our paths didn't diverge and get out of it. But we were happy that we are still good friends, and even I'm going to go visit him in next week. So that is the happiest and saddest as well in the childhood. Thank you.
Toastmaster Rajashekar.
Good afternoon, everyone. My topic is your first cooking experience. Okay, my first cooking experience. After graduation, I have studied aeronautical engineering from Coimbatore. So after that, I have moved to Bangalore for a searching job. So that time I stayed with my friends. So it's a very small room. There we used to stay 5 or 6 people always, and every person they will divide some responsibility. So other friends who stayed with me, they don't know how to cook, and unfortunately that responsibility came to me. And my first experience is our favorite food, that is upma. I just tried, and after making that dish, so everybody tasted that, and I got a very bad review for that one, but I never forget that experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajashekar. Toastmaster Srijay.
The topic is good afternoon, everyone. The topic for me which comes here is, while you are in your way to office, suddenly you see a suitcase in the roads, and suddenly it has full of money, and if nobody is in the road except you, what? And you took it, and what will be your next plan? How to spend it? That is how do you will spend the money which is being given there? Given in that, I will first, my basic idea will be keeping it keeping money in your house or any other attributes except bank is a very big challenge. And as I get the money, and I will immediately inform my father that I got some suitcase full of money, and I will say that I will deposit in your account because in your account for my safety purpose or future use and as I require money for my further commitments which is yet to come, because I'm having, if I transfer it into my account, I would have to pay income tax for it. I don't have proper documents, and I didn't have proper documents. But why do I choose you? Is you are a retired personnel, and you need not show any income tax or any such documents. So it is safer paying with you than me. Thank you very much.
Toastmasters are going to be. As your greatest fear has come true. As your greatest fear has come true.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. I don't know which is my greatest fear, because each time I get a fear, after a few days, few months or a year, the intensity of that fear would be overtaken by something else. There's something or the other that we fear on a daily basis. It's as simple as that, probably not fear of not reaching a meeting on time. I had it today and that fear came true. Probably I think I manifested that fear so much that even though I put in all the effort, the universe did not conspire to make that fear false, it became the truth. So all that the universe has taught me is, the more and more I fear about something happening or something not happening, the fear comes true. Inevitably in life, we have to face life irrespective of all the surprises or the shocks it gives us. So I don't know if I have overcome my greatest fear, or I'm preparing myself to keep manifesting more fears. I don't know what it is, but take life as it comes, whether we like it or not. We'll have to take in the medicine, however sweet or bitter if it is, to overcome a particular illness. Like that, take in all the lessons that life gives us. Fear some, but that fear will not take us anywhere. Just let go of it is what life has taught me. So maybe I've overcome certain fears. I don't know if I've overcome my greatest fear, or I don't know if my greatest fear is still in the store and God has yet to send it to me. I'll probably let you know in a few years' time.
I hope you have had a great table topic session. And go to Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalyani. Now we come to the final part of the Toastmasters meeting, which is the evaluation session. Before that, Timer, can you tell me the names of the qualified table topic speakers?
All the table topic speakers are qualified. Toastmaster Kumaresan, Toastmaster Kalyan, guest Sindhu, Toastmaster Abhirami, Toastmaster Pugal, guest Anumon, guest Sai Sandeep, Toastmaster Ramasekar, Toastmaster C.J. Anand.
Thank you. Please vote for the best table topic speaker. Meanwhile, we can continue with the third part of the meeting today, which will be the evaluation session. I invite Toastmaster Jagan to conduct the evaluation session.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. We'll first move on to the prepared speeches evaluation. As we all know, we had two prepared speeches, both of them under the same, it is the same project but different pathway. First, To evaluate Toastmasters Dinesh's speech, we have distinguished Toastmaster Thomas. Thomas, I can't use this word, needs no introduction, but I won't. I will, just one incident that I would like to recollect. The first time that I met him was back in 2016. He was one of the judges in a humorous speech contest. I was contesting, I did not win. Probably he was not kind to me. So he was just sitting there in the corner. We don't know judges in a contest, but later on I got to know he was one of it, and then the friendship just bloomed from then on. DTM Thomas.
Thank you very, very much, GE. Good afternoon, all my friends, including the first speaker. For someone who has listened to all your speeches in your first part, starting with the icebreaker, and some really memorable speeches, and having welcomed you back on your return trip, I see you revving up with every speech in this installment. I'm very happy for that. This is a knowledge not many can will have. There are 4 things I really liked. One, the opening. So we thought he was telling a story, but that story, which was interesting, epic becoming a swimming story, that became a central part of your message. Having worked in the real estate industry, I guess this multi-structure, multi-use for the same structure must be instinctive. I saw the same thing elsewhere also. Secondly, what I call value for the audience. You were, through your failures and successes, telling how crucial it is to use the mentor's help. Considering the profile of the audience, they couldn't have been a better testimony. That's a true value. It is not in your objective, goes beyond. So I kudos to you for that. Third, instinctive gestures, such as he went there. By the way, where is Lanka? Lanka is here, I can see it. You did it again and again. Then the entire swimming scene. And what I liked, which has now become part of you, is the symmetry of your hand movement. That's something one has to reach there. You got that? Your first round has taught you that. So it's become part of you. Fourth, made us laugh. How you made us laugh? Kattappa, the moment see some characters have it all. Gandhiji, Kattappa, they're all symbols for some of those things. And then real, true, self-deprecating humor. From your birth till your SSLC, all in one sentence. True to life, all his fault, making us laugh for that. And here also, this was a multi-structural usage. Humor, but you showed what happens, what value a mentor gives. I loved it. You built the two into each other. Now, there are 2 thoughts. One, though your gestures were good, couple of places. He reassuringly, this is more like an embrace. He reassured me. It's always, for me, it comes instinctively. Secondly, the high point. The high point is you have to get into the swimming pool. You saw the child and you pull back. Please watch this time's winner, international. Same thing is repeated there. Secondly, the same articulation level you have for your gestures, bring it into your vocal code. You there. So 4 values and 2 small recommendations. All the best to you.
I had taken a different place. There.
Revenge.
No revenge. Instinct. To evaluate the second speaker, the Toastmaster Shanmugavel's speech, we have Toastmaster Vijayarajan. I want to appreciate Vijayarajan because he has taken this role rather instinctively. And thanks Vijayarajan. He's become a constant. Every meeting I see him. This face, always smiling, has the specs, formal, always in formals. I don't know how he maintains it. Does not have a stubble, always clean shave, formals, has a smile, comes on stage, rocks the stage, and then leaves.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Original Jasmine. This shows the respect my speaker has towards his mentor, all his mentors in his life. He spent more than 100 rupees for this Jasmine, and I like the creativity in the way in which you connected the analogy of Jasmine, the 3 stages of Jasmine, to the mentor. The second thing is, the first thing actually, the way you opened the speech, you gained the attention. It was intriguing, it was engaging. Immediately, all the audience got, you gained the attention of the audience towards what you're coming to say, how you're going to connect Jasmine with mentoring. So I liked your creativity, and there was a flow in your speech. I think you demonstrated how your mentor has changed you in the recent times. There was a huge difference between your first speech and today's speech. So that was an absolute demonstration of how your mentors has helped you. If at all, I want to give some suggestions. As I told you, the analogy was amazing, wonderful analogy. But somewhere when you told about your parents, when you're talking about your parents, something connection was missing. When I analyzed what could be the reason for connection missing between the analogies and the stories used, I felt there could be 2 reasons. One is the stage utilization. When you are changing from your parents to teachers, you could have used a little bit of a stage movement. It need not be even the entire stage, just a small movement will give a feel that you are changing the story. And that could be one reason. Another one is the story could have been a reason in gaining the connection between this Jasmine and the stories. And one more thing, when you say about your mentor as a light, sunlight for Jasmine is the 3rd stage, so you are comparing with the mentor. Everything, whatever the light does to the Jasmine, you could have connected it to your mentor. Anything that sunlight and Jasmine connect, the same thing you could have connected it to the mentor. That could have created more connection between your analogy and your story. Otherwise, your speech was really amazing, and you have established and demonstrated how your mentors have shaped your overall. I enjoyed your speech. All the best for your next speech. Looking forward for it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay. Do we go for the voting? Timer, would you like to share with us who are all the qualified evaluators?
Both BTM, Thomas T. Abraham and Toastmaster.
Thank you. So for Toastmasters, they will receive a link in the WhatsApp group. You can vote. How about voting for the guests?
How does the guests vote?
We'll quickly move on to the tag reports, after which I will share my report as the general evaluator. A timer? Would you like to give us the detailed report of the timing that the speakers took? You could come on stage.
So all the speakers were well prepared today. None of them were complacent. The Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Pramod, took 2 minutes 6 seconds, and the presiding officer, Toastmaster Anuradha, took 3 minutes 46 seconds. Toastmaster today, Toastmaster Anuradha took 3 minutes 2 seconds to introduce the GE and get the meeting started. And Toastmaster Jagan took 6 minutes 55 seconds. And for the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Dinesh took 6 minutes 52 seconds. Toastmaster Shanmugavel took 7 minutes 14 seconds. And for the education session, Toastmaster Saravanan took 20 minutes 49 seconds. For the table topics, the session went slightly over. For the individual speakers, Toastmaster Kumaresan took 1 minute 15 seconds. Toastmaster Kalyan took 1 minute 21 seconds. Guest Sendil took 1 minute 29 seconds. Toastmaster Abhirami took 1 minute 20 seconds. Toastmaster Pugal took 1 minute 13 seconds. Guest Anmol took 2 minutes 13 seconds. Guest Sai Sangeet took 1 minute 29 seconds. Toastmaster Rajasekhar took 1 minute 5 seconds. And then Toastmaster CJ Anand took 2 minutes 17 seconds. Toastmaster Sugandhi took 1 minute 38 seconds. And then back again, Toastmaster Amadwali took 35 seconds to hand back the control to the GE, and Toastmaster Jagan took 1 minute 2 seconds while calling on the evaluators. So for the evaluations, DTM Thomas T. Abraham, like the catch that Surya Kumar Yadav took on the boundary line, he took 3 minutes 27 seconds, just slightly for finishing on time. And Toastmaster Vijay Rajan, again almost similar to 2 minutes 53 seconds. Yes, so that's my report.
Deliver the off-counter report, Toastmaster Santana.
Thank you, G. Good afternoon once again. Here is my repeats. Toastmaster Abhirami had 3 hours, 2 repeats. Toastmaster Puhal had 2 hours. And guest Anmol had few hours and 2 repeats. Guest Sai Sandeep had 2 hours. Toastmaster Rajshekhar had 2 hours and the word "and" is repeated. Toastmaster Srijay Anand had few hours and few repeats. Toastmaster Sugandhi had 1 hour and 1 repeat, otherwise it's a clean speech. And DTM Thomas had 1 hour and 2 repeats. Toastmaster Vijay had 1 hour and 2 repeats. That's it about the report. I think the 1 hour and the few repeats were actually not significant. Just for your understanding, I just given this report. Thank you. Thank you.
Deliver the grammarian report, Toastmaster Kausalya.
Good evening once again. I will give the grammarian report. Kindly give a big hand to the people who used the word of the day, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Jagan, Toastmaster Shanmugave, and the timer, Toastmaster Narendra. We had really very good words today. They were reassurance, take a plunge, peripheral area, wiggled the leg, standardized process, fathom, Byzantine, is it the right one? Byzantine, true to prophecy, germinate, prodigy, plough the field, undo event, implement, yield, fragrance, counsel, flourish, crucial role, inevitable, testimony, push mechanism, cumbersome, articulate, sustainable, inspiration, prosperity, and so on. And we had a very good saying today, which was the Arabic proverb given by Toastmaster Kalyani. Those who have health have hope, those who have hope have life. Thank you.
Timer, 5 minutes, correct? Thank you. Now, I have so much things to say, but if you were the general evaluator, if you put yourself in my shoes, what would your comments be? Does anybody have anything? If you were the general evaluator today, do you have anything to critique? What something that you did not like in the meeting? Okay, we'll talk over. Anuradha, go on, please.
The late coming of members, I request members to be here at 45 p.m.
She is pointing the finger at me. I know. At me. Now I wanted to start off with this, but anybody else?
Yes, including general evaluator.
No including. It was pointed at me. There is no including.
Is it the video recording in the projector, even though they put prepared for it, there are like little bit delays.
Okay. Anything else?
Positive side, I would say like, considering the fact we have a jam-packed agenda, and we encourage today the role players to stand up and read rather than come to the stage. That was a good idea to save the time for the package.
Okay.
I am not sure if that's the format, but in our club we ask guests to introduce themselves from where they are coming, or are they new to the club or something like that, before starting the meeting.
Okay.
While the presiding officer is speaking. So
Yes.
that will happen.
Yes. So feedback is already incoming. I have a couple of feedback. I'll go in the reverse chronological order. Now, there were glitches here, which is very evident with respect to the video, especially when the speaker is speaking. Even if the video is wrong, let it be. We should never disturb the speaker. Reason being, when Sintana was delivering her R counter, I was noting down, and suddenly someone was there. My attention got distracted. So what happens if there was a speaker? As an audience, I feel it. What happens if there was a speaker? So that's something that I felt. I want to appreciate the timer, R counter and the grammarian timer. He even noted the time that I took to introduce the evaluators, which means the next time I'm on stage, I'll be even more mindful of the time that I'm taking. The R counter, the fact that there were hardly any clean speeches, it means she did the work. And the grammarian, I want to point out the Arabic proverb, she picked it up. It was a very nice proverb. I'm glad you picked it up. One recommendation is how there were some usages which were not correct, or they were incorrect. We could have also taken time to mention them. The evaluators, straight away they made the speakers feel good. I saw how Dinesh was, I saw how Shanmugavel felt. It must have felt good for them. And that's what an evaluator's job. Now, the Toastmaster, what they would not have known, I did not know that Dinesh had already completed. The fact that his evaluator knew makes it even more special that he mentioned, the evaluator mentioned Dinesh was taking lessons from the previous pathway and how he is doing this installment. Kudos to you for mentioning that. Very cruel on the time. Already I have green. I have so much things to say. Okay, the time, I feel like I'm doing an impromptu evaluation because the agenda is so tight. I cannot sit at a spot, just listen. I just could not, because there was one thing after the other was going on and on. The agenda is so tightly packed that I was on my toes. It's something, maybe, is this what we want in the future meetings as well? To have the agenda so tightly packed, because we have to leave the meeting, the role players stand at their place and then deliver their roles and responsibilities. We'll have to figure it out moving forward. Okay, one comment on the educational session. It was an eye-opening session. However, I felt it was VPE-centric. Could it have been member-centric? Because what do I as a member gain? Rather than what does the VPE gain out of it? Now, in that case, we would have expanded the session and we would have made it much more inclusive than the VPE alone. Alright. One more thing that I felt, the table topic master, you could have taken the responsibility of mentioning the topic rather than this. There were some speakers who had taken the chit and started mentioning the topic themselves. There was one speaker who had to recite the topic for the first 30 seconds, which they would have spoken about the topic rather than what was the topic. So we could have taken the responsibility to recite what the topic was. I'm glad almost most of us got a chance to speak today. If not, I hope the presiding officer takes note and calls them who did not speak on the stage for guest feedback. Other than that, I do have some more, but I am already on the clock. I would, one thing, how do we vote? We should answer that question at the start of it and keep answering it every time. And also iterate the basic rules, the 3 basic rules of, because people keep coming in and it becomes the Toastmaster of the day's responsibility to mention that again and again, as you see fit, whenever you see fit. So that's about it. Over to you.
Thank you, Professor Jagan. I think we have the following awards now: the best tag role player award, and then the best role player award also. Meanwhile, I'd like to give a few concluding remarks regarding the theme of the meeting. So we all talked about a few things that everybody has a few things that they know that they have to do for keeping their health. So it's like health comes only from habit, from doing it consistently. It's not like you do it for 1 week, few days or 1 month. It never happens. So you have to be consistent. Whatever it is you want to do, whether it is healthy eating or exercise, you can never miss more than 1 day. It has the second day you have to get back to that habit. Only 1 day you are allowed to skip the habit. So let's cultivate healthy habits and inspire our people around us to do the same. With this, I'd like to hand the meeting over to the presiding officer.
Thank you, T. Modi. Till the results are ready, I have few announcements and few things. On behalf of EXCOM, I express my sincere thanks to Toastmaster Saravanan for enlightening us on the history. And I like to, as a token of gratitude, I like to give one pen for you. 1 second. Then I like to appreciate guest Narendra for taking up the timer role and did excellently. I like to appreciate and thanks Toastmaster Pramod, Toastmaster Sintana and Toastmaster Vijayarajan to take up the role at the last minute and did wonderfully. And congratulations Toastmaster Shanmugavel and Toastmaster Dinesh for completing the level 2. And I am very happy to share with you that we have received Talk of Toastmaster Award from Toastmaster International. Medley like to receive from our area director, Toastmaster Prasanna Pandit. Congratulations, Medley. Sir, this is for last term.
She usually asks me to ask this
Then I'm glad to share one more thing. We received a message from our district that Medley was recognized for excellence in membership building for the previous term, and for that EXCOM will be receiving the badges soon. Pramod? And one more announcement. Next week we are having icebreaker marathon for the new members and those who are take a new pathway. And today we have budget proposal by our immediate past president and AD after the meeting today. Now it's time for the results. Best tag role player goes to our guest Narendra. Best TT speaker goes to our guest Anmol. Congratulations. Best evaluator goes to Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham. Best role player goes to our Toastmaster Jagan. Best speaker goes to Toastmaster Dinesh Shekhar. With this, I adjourn the meeting 790. Members, please stay here and guests can have their refreshment. VPM team, please take care of them.
I'm stopping.
Yeah?
Stop.
How do I stop this? Are you sure you want to stop streaming?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.